Hello everyone, I'm here today with a new process video. I've got a 2-pager. This page will be a full 6x12 and I have this enlarged photo that I want to use. Clearly these photos are from my time in Vegas. And then on this side I have a pocket page 6x12 and a mix of pockets happening here. Obviously they're all 3x4, but I wanted to use a full photo here, and so I just decided to cut it in half and fill the top row with that. Then I have the rest of these down here. Also, I've already picked out my cards that I want. The only problem I have is I only want to journal on one of them, so I have to figure out which is better for that. I'm thinking probably this one because this leaves me a lot of space where I could just add a big embellishment there, and then that would be all I'd have to do with that card. So that's what I'm leaning towards, but I don't know because I haven't picked out anything yet. I do have my pocket of miscellaneous ephemera here that I can use to embellish here. Some of it may go over here if I find things that would be suitable, but then also maybe I'll find something for this card, so I have that. The other thing I need to do is I have to pick out background paper over here. And because of the cards and this, I'm thinking yellow. It does border the sign here, so that might be a nice option as well. And it would just make it really bright and sunny, which I like. However, I would also consider a green, maybe because of the palm trees here. Those are really the only thing I'm thinking, because anything else I feel like would be too dark. Blue would be too much. I don't want gray to wash out the white cards, so I think it's either yellow or green. I went into all of my papers that are already cut to 6x12 and I pulled out all my yellows and greens. So I'm going to just look through here, see if there's anything that I feel would be a good match. As you can see, some of them right off wouldn't be like that, definitely not. But some of these greens might work. I kind of like that. It's got some tropical things on it. And I like that the green's a little bit lighter. So I may have some things in here that would be suitable, but I'm going to look through there, see what I think, get some good choices, and then I'll be back. Alright, I have 3 different yellow papers that I'm trying to decide between, and then I had pulled this one thinking, oh yeah, it looks great with this green, which it does, but when you put it next to this side, it does not go at all. Let me remove these and you'll see what I mean. It just doesn't look good because there's really no green over here other than that little bit of tree there, and I just don't feel like that's enough, so it won't be the green. But I have these 3 yellow options. I like them all. These 2 are a little bit more gold in tone than this one, so you can kind of see how they look against them. I like this one a lot because it has textured and it's dots, and it matches the light bulbs that look like dots in the sign here as well as on this one. So I'm tempted to go with this, but I really do like all of them. I even like this because it's got this subtle fun pattern in there, so it's not distracting, but it gives you just a hint. And you know what, actually, now that I see the 3 of them together all like that, I'm going to remove this one. It will be one of these 2. I have grabbed out a piece of just extra white thin paper I have to see what would it look like with a white mat behind it. That may help me choose my paper here, so that's what that one looks like. And then I'll switch it out with this one. Oh, I'm torn. I really do like them both. I just don't know. Ugh. I may have to enlist some friends and just text them photos of these options and see what they say, because I am struggling to pick one by myself. While I wait to hear back about the paper choices I have, I decided to just cut this paper down to a mat I would actually use. And I think what I'm going to do is actually do it like this and then leave some space down here, because I remembered that in my stash of Vegas stuff, I have these honking word or title stickers, and I was looking at these and I was wondering if I should use the one that says explore, because we were exploring the LINQ Promenade. The last time I was in Vegas, that didn't even exist, and so it was a fun thing to kind of go see something new that I'd never seen, and it was right there, and so we were having a lovely time just strolling along. And so I thought that might be fitting. I could also do vacay, because obviously we were on vacation. I don't know that adventure is quite right. Not really getaway either, maybe moments. The rest of these I don't think would fit really, but those few might. And I thought, oh, if I leave a space here, I can add that as sort of the title, but have it be at the bottom of the photo. I sent my choices to two friends who are both scrappers, and one of them got back to me and said she likes this one better because the pattern in it mimics the sign a little bit, how it's wider and curved here and comes to a point. I didn't even see it at first. Now that she pointed it out, I totally see it and I dig it. So I'm going with this one. Okay, here it is with the mat done, and I put the stickers on there, and these are foam, by the way, and I think my spacing looks pretty good, so I think that's done. I probably will end up going right in the middle here because it leaves me some room to embellish at the top with something. I could do splattering or some phrase labels down here, just something, so it helps me to fill that space, and then it balances it nicely with what's happening over here. So I think my next thing to do then is to pick out embellishments if I'm going to use over here, and then figure out what I could use on this card to fill up that space. Since I had already decided that green was not going to really work here, I decided to pull out things that were red, black, or blue because I have those colors in here. I don't need more yellow, I have plenty of that represented. So I have some little piles here of things I found. I like the idea of having a circular element up top, so I put all of those together, but I also like this. And we literally were just wandering around. We didn't know what was there, and we were not on a schedule, so we were just there to see what we see, kind of a thing. So I like this too. I'm not sure it would go very well, but I like it. But so I have all these to choose from here, so I'm just going to play around with some combinations and decide what I like. This is what I've come up with so far. I like the idea of having this up top, brings in some blue and some yellow, and then having this red that says go, and it works with this, go explore. Might just splatter down here or something. I don't know that I need anything down here. I had this here originally, but I feel like maybe that's too much blue, so I took that off. But then over here, I love this little piece that says tourist mode, 2 shades of blue, which is nice. It's kind of between these, which is good to see. And then just tucking the little label there that says wander underneath, and it brings in blue and red, which I really like. So I think for sure I'm going to adhere this on the card. Still thinking about this, but at least I have this figured out. I adhered down these items here, and when I was thinking about the bottom, I thought, well, what else could I do? And I know I said I wasn't going to use green, but I actually found this in my bag of labels here, and I like it. I think it brings in just a little bit, and if I tuck it down here, I like that all of these kind of fit together and that it brings in the green. And then I pulled out another one that says currently, and I'm pretty sure I have a stamp that says shopping. It's in one of my travel sets. I want to use it there because we actually did go into this store. They had just opened when we got there. We were out pretty early in the morning, and we did actually buy some souvenirs in there to bring back for people. So I figured I could possibly stamp that on here and hang it off the photo right there. I was right. I do have a stamp set that has the word shopping on it. It actually says shopping spots. I will just omit that part because I don't need it. So I'll just ink up this part, and I already checked. It will fit in there rather nicely. So once I have that, I'll be good to go. So I did my stamping and that came out perfectly, but then I had a little ink on my hands, which I didn't notice, and I got a smudge on there. So I may have to cover that up with a little asterisk or a star or something that will match, just so that that doesn't show so obviously. I'm going to put a staple in here. There we go. So now I will have to just figure out how can I cover that up a little bit. I pulled out 2 sets of asterisks that I have, and I think I'm just going to use one of these in black. I had thought about yellow, but it's too much. I think there's already enough happening, but black, this is huge and it's very eye-catching. I feel like I need to balance that over here. I have a little bit here. I'll have some journaling, Not even sure how much I'm going to do, but I feel like maybe that would make a nice diagonal between those two. So I think I'm going to go with the black ones. I did put that one on there, and now I feel like it looks weird by itself. To me, it screams covering up a mistake. I don't know that anybody else would notice it, but I will. So now I'm wondering if maybe I should find two more, make a visual triangle. I could use the red one down here and just kind of have it floating off the side. Not sure where I would put the third one. This gives me part of a triangle, so I could do one maybe over here or overlapping with this, but I'm gonna try it and see what happens. To bring in a last little bit of green over here where it says location, I have decided to do more stamping, and I'm going to use this set. It is from Ellie's Studio. I do not remember, or I'm sorry, it is not Ellie's Studio, my bad. It's Citrus Twist. I do not remember when I got this. No idea if it's still available. I haven't used a lot of them yet. As you can see, I've only used a couple, but on there, one of them says, "Let's get lost." And I thought, well, that's kind of perfect for location because we were just meandering. We didn't know what we were gonna find. We didn't even know how we were gonna get to the next spot when we were done here. It didn't matter. We were just enjoying wandering around. So I have this ready to go. This is the color I'm going to use. This is Wild Wasabi from Stampin' Up. Ta-da, there we go. I have my stamping done, and that is the perfect shade of green for this. So I'm going to just put it in the pocket, and then I think this one is complete. Let's take a look. Yep, I think I'm happy with everything I have here. So here's another one finished for Vegas. Thanks for watching.